Hey Capricorn, this is Lisa with the Poet Oracle, and today we're going to find out what's going on with you and the person on your mind. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. And if you have not yet subscribed, then go ahead and do so. That way you'll be notified when future videos are released. Today we will look at tarot cards, oracle cards, even some personal messages. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave what does not. If you feel that any role needs to be reversed from how I present it, then by all means, go ahead and flip it. Okay, well, the cards that we have starting off here are the Eight of Cups, followed by the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and then the Nine of Cups. So, honey, what I'm telling you right now is the Eight of Cups started this reading off, which means that the minute that you withdraw, you get the emotional strength to fully withdraw from this person that you were thinking about. And you walk away. You escape it. Okay? You start to heal. You abandon this situation. Then you're going to have a new beginning in love with this Ace of Cups. And it's going to be a very, very close union. Very much so what somebody may call a soulmate or a kindred or just that perfect union. A very divine connection is coming in for you. And it's going to be just full of happiness with this Nine of Cups here, like wishes granted. Whatever you dreamt about when it came to relationships, it's that happening. But you have to walk away or abandon this situation. Now, I'm going to get a clarifier on the situation you need to abandon. Let's get one on this. Why the Eight of Cups? It looks like you're in search of your truth and your happiness. Excuse me. You're doing a lot of introspection at this time. You're healing. And that's good because when you have this new love come in, which is going to be a very harmonious love, very romantic, it's going to be a big decision for you. And it's going to bring you so much of that feeling of fulfillment. All right, we got the Lovers that's sitting in the reverse. So when I asked to clarify the Eight of Cups, there's somebody that either energetically or physically you are still tied to that you need to walk away from. Now, the one thing I can say about that is that sometimes walking away from a situation can trigger the other person to grow, and they may come back and be that person that's offering that cup of love, and it's going to be very connected, or it may be somebody completely new. All right, that was very interesting to get the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini. All right, let's keep moving on now. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of what could happen once you abandon the pain of this situation. All right, we got the Temperance that sits in the reverse. See, with this situation, this is what I'm saying. You're all out of whack, out of balance. You're feeling out of control, maybe even out of character, who you are. This is a very disruptive energy. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius or maybe even something in Sagittarius season. But this is very disruptive, very chaotic. This person does things in excess, good or bad. All right. We got the Ten of Spheres that's showing up here. The Ten of Pentacles. This is all about you working on your retirement, working on your stability, you know, wanting to leave that legacy or an inheritance of some sort, or maybe property, whatever it is. But it looks like you're working on your stability, whether that's financial or just your stability within yourself. All right, let's get one or two more from this deck. Whoa, all right. We got the World. Okay, the World is a great card because this is the last card in the tarot, which means that you are completing some goals or lessons. You won't have to go through these goals or lessons again because you're completing them. Okay, this is all about, you know, going down a different path because you've already gone down this one path. So now it's switching gears, changing up, and that came out right under the Ace of Cups. All right, beautiful. One more. All right, we got the Eight of Swords that sits here. And so with the Eight of Swords, this is all about really restricting yourself from certain individuals, isolating yourself even. Okay, you may have felt very trapped in this situation, but it was all self-imposed. It was something that you were doing. Maybe you felt trapped in that relationship, but you could have walked away at any point. Or you may have now been putting up those restrictions and those walls, and you've kind of pulled yourself back from this person. They no longer have access to you. All right. If they do physically, just emotionally and mentally, they're not connected. All right, let's get one or two from this deck. Nope, that's too many. Okay. What else is going on in this situation that you should maybe abandon or walk away from? The Ace of Pentacles that sits here in the reverse. And so it's like you guys may have had arguments or fights about money that may have caused you to stress out about money. Maybe you had to move out, like, you know, sporadically because of this situation. And so it may have put you in some debt. But this person may have also been very greedy with this card showing up in the reverse. When I saw it, when it first came out, it was like somebody came and they offered you something that looked very stable. Okay, maybe an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, right? So somebody offered you something very stable, but what they delivered was something very unstable, very untempered, out of control, excess. All right. Oh, why? All right. Okay, we got two cards. I'm going to grab this one too. All right, we got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and then the Magician in the reverse. So the Magician that sits in the reverse, honey, this is about scattered energy. This person was all over the place. They made promises they never planned on fulfilling. Very much so an empty offers type person. But this person was like wasting time, wasting their energy on all kinds of other things except this relationship. And so now we get the Ten of Pentacles that sits there in the reverse, and that's all about family conflicts, you feeling very lonely. This person didn't put the effort, the time, the dedication, the focus into you and into this relationship. And so with that Ten of Pentacles, it may have caused financial issues, it may have caused foreclosures, it may have even caused conflicts within your families. Okay, but this person came with, oh, when I see the Magician in the reverse, I just feel like deception. All right. Yeah, you felt very what's the right word? Unrecognized by this person. Like they didn't recognize you for what you were bringing to the relationship with the Six of Wands sitting in the reverse. And so it really just caused you to just want to retreat and give up on the situation because you no longer have confidence in it anymore. You don't believe that this person may feel the way that you once thought that they felt about you because their behaviors didn't line up with their words and their promises. All right, let's switch gears. I want to see when this person thinks about you, what did they think about? So what comes to their mind? The Nine of Pentacles that shows up here. And so when this person thinks about you, they think that you're working on your financial gain. You're on your own, doing some solo pleasures, doing whatever you want. Okay, being very self-sufficient, not needing anybody. Okay, taking care of yourself. You may even be making enough money to be, you know, living that life of luxury. All right, they feel like you're very abundant, successful. Okay, what else? Yeah, that was too many cards, but on the top was the Seven of Cups, so they definitely think you got some options. Okay, Page of Wands that sits here in the reverse. So when this person thinks about you, you know, they may feel that you are being immature as it relates to them, or they may be at this point understanding that they were very immature and that they just did not learn the lessons. Now, this card can also represent having like a child that's having trouble in school, or maybe you're in school and having trouble. So that could relate to somebody. All right. I know one thing. This card always makes me feel like somebody's waiting for somebody, right? And so, you know, waiting on a new idea or something, but it looks like it's in the reverse. So this person feels like you're not waiting on them anymore. Your focus is somewhere else. The Hanged One. The Hanged One, which sits here in the reverse. And so, you know, when this person thinks about you, they may feel like you're being very selfish right now, which sometimes it is okay to be selfish when you're trying to heal and you're trying to rebuild yourself from, you know, pain and things of that nature. But with this also showing up, this person could be playing a little bit of the victim card, or they could be thinking that you are playing a little bit of that victim card. They're definitely not looking at things from a higher perspective, and you may not be. You may still be very angry with this person. And so you may not, you know, when thinking from your emotions, you are not thinking rationally. And so that may be the situation here. Or this is what this person thinks. Okay, what else do they think? When they think about you, you're a mystery. All right, the moon comes out, and so they believe that, you know, that if they tried to come forward or they tried to talk to you, that it's just going to be problems, and they don't know what those problems may be. And so at this point, they feel like you're trusting your intuition. You know, you've made a voluntary decision to walk away from this, and now they don't know where you stand, what's going on with you, because you may not be speaking. Now, since we got that moon card, let's go ahead and grab just really quick a moonology, because anytime that comes out, I just like to see if you get an additional message out of that. So I'm going to take all three of them because, I mean, they almost gave me a paper cut trying to come out like they were insane. Okay. The first one, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And then the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Yes, getting back into your power. All right, you're going to have some big fiery climax. But you got to look at it from that higher perspective. You got to look at it from that 5D level and not that 3D level. All right, let's get one more. What do they think about when they think about you? They think that you have a new love with the Ace of Cups here. They may feel like you may even have a new baby on the way, or that you have already had the baby. But they feel like you may be in another relationship. Now, I'm going to clarify this because this could really mean that they may want to come back for a reunion. But why the Ace of Cups? Now, again, they got the moon card that came up what they think about you, so they really don't know. They may just be assuming. All right. Yes, you get the Judgment card. Okay, listen. I think this person feels like you have a new love, and they're going to be sitting back there sad because you're being pulled out of that dark place, right? You can see this person was like in a coffin, and then somebody's kind of lulling them out, but there's somebody in the background crying, and that's going to be them because you're being lulled out by somebody else. Let me get one more. Why the Ace of Cups? Really? All right, we got the Six of Swords and then the Empress that sits in the reverse. And so the Six of Swords sitting in the reverse, really, this person is very unable to move on. They're feeling very stagnant. They just are not able to move past the pain of this situation and what they may have caused to it. And then the Empress sits here in the reverse, and it's like, you know, when this sits in the reverse, it's like this person may have some limited resources. They may be very dependent on other people. They may have been dependent on you. You know, they feel like they can't do anything to rebuild this back up, especially because they think that you've called judgment and you are in another relationship. All right, let's go to our oracle cards. I think we got enough messages now. If you already have that new love, go ahead and drop a comment. Let us know. All right. Okay, we got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And so this is very important, and this may be something that you learned from this relationship, that when you go into relationships, you must take that time to really get to know each other. Okay, get to know who that person is, and let them get to know who you are. All right, we have the stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay, one relationship that goes bad doesn't mean that you won't get a positive one. You know, some relationships are brought to us to teach us, to prepare us for that solid relationship. We have engagement and children. Okay, children, your love life is being affected by children, and then engagement says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, and so one thing that you could take with children, okay, you might be getting engaged and maybe you're going to have a family and everything with this new love that's going to come in. Or you may be thinking that this person was very childish. They may have had children. You guys may have children together. You just have to take these as they resonate. All right, let us get one or two from this deck. The Sword and the Rose. Now, this is all about having clarity. The truth has been revealed. Okay, and this is all about reclaiming your power and standing within it. All right. Oh, too many. I always see that card as like standing up for yourself, but also knowing how to be compassionate and sweet as well, like the rose. Wow, I'm shuffling like crazy. All right. Cupid's arrow, honey. When I tell you, have faith that love is coming is what this card means. This is a surprise invitation or meeting. You may be a little bit hesitant at it at first because it is so sudden and so quick, but you got Cupid's arrow pointing at you. I love that. All right, let's get one of these soulmates cards. Well, that came out quickly. All right, this says you are moving onto a steady and reliable path. Yes, I love that. I'm feeling a dream oracle card right now before we flip over to personals. I don't know. I'm just feeling this one. 10,000 angels. Number 17. Lean on your circle of supernatural support. Listen, if you're feeling like life has come down heavy, that the burdens feel heavy, the pain feels heavy, lean on that spiritual realm because they're all around you, protecting you, guiding you, and really just being there for you. So definitely understand that you have spirits, loved ones, angels all around you. That's gorgeous. All right, let us get some personal messages. We have dig a hole or build a hill. That's your choice. Now listen, we're all given the same shovel in life. Now you can climb into the hole as the dirt is being pulled out, or you can climb up on the mound of dirt that got pulled out and rise up. Now that is your choice. Believe in actions regardless of words, and you are elevating. Yes. Honey, words can be so pretty, but the actions not lining up with them is so ugly. It says wishes granted, just like that Nine of Cups. And this says, why aren't you proud of your accomplishments? Okay, one more. Coming out in big old stacks. You really might be having a big awakening in your life right now. A lot of messages intuitively coming to you. All right, we have actions say so much about a person. Lack of them do too. Never make someone a priority who only makes you an option. Ready, set, go. Get it going. And then you will get out of it what you put into it. So it's time for you to start putting in on you. All right. Let us get a poem after this. Well, a poem excerpt. And then after this, we're going to get some direct messages from this person. All right, the poem that you got, this is one of my favorite poems. I may have to do a whole poem one day and on this channel. But number 24, compromising situations. I can't ignore the many times I tipped and sipped your lies, and how I tripped up and slipped into and through compromise or compromising situations. Okay, you might have compromised yourself in this relationship trying to make it work, but when you elevate, you'll start to realize that you don't have to compromise who you are for any relationship. Okay, that comes from a place of you loving you and you being healthy inside of you. All right, let's get some personal messages. What do they want to say to you? If they could say anything. Now, I'm talking about their higher self, not their ego and their pride. You don't have to be scared. No one makes me feel as happy as you do. Thank you for always being there. All right. Beautiful. What else would they want to say to you? It's the small things you do that I love the most. I know. The small things are the best, aren't they? The one things you will never forget. You are dedicated to misunderstanding me, so they feel like you're not even trying to hear their side, that you don't see things in the ways that they may be trying to show you. You aren't there for me, so you might have walked away. And if I knew then what I know now. All right, well, these are your messages. Make sure to come back and check me out again.